This is just a little instructional video on how to use Google Docs. So where you start is signing into your email account, school email account, which is basically Gmail. And after you get to your email page, you go over here to this application matrix and you click on it. From here, since we're going to do Google Docs, you won't see anywhere on here where it says Google Docs. You have to go to the Drive, the Google Drive program. So you click on this and it opens up a whole nother window. And this is your Google Drive. I'm just going to go to my new folder. And you can, if you want, why isn't it coming? You can, if you want, take any files that you have on your hard drive or your thumb drive, throw it into Google Drive, and you'll have access to those files on any computer, which is kind of nice because these documents go into the cloud. But what I wanted to show you is how to create a document, a little bit of the editing, and how to share a document, which is really important. Alright, so I have a document in here. I made it on my first try, and I'm going to trash it because, well, it was bad. So now it's gone. So this is what it would look like if it was your first time here. It'll say drop files here. And literally you can just drag and drop them on here, or you can click on here and click the new red button. So you can file upload, you can add a folder, things like that. So what I want to do is look at the applications that they have. Now Google Docs itself is just a word processor. Google Sheets is the spreadsheet version. Google Slides is like presentations, PowerPoint type things. They also have databases if you get into that, or if you want to do some drawings, lines, figures, shapes, freehand, things like that. Alright, so the two programs that I'm worried about are Google Docs and the spreadsheets. So we'll start off with Google Docs. It's easier to deal with a word processor than anything else. It'll open up a brand new window. It'll look like any regular old word processing program. It's just not as robust or has as much as Microsoft Word has. This is just basic text editing. So you have your print feature, your undo, your redo. You can paste format. You can view it different sizes. You can change the style of your text to titles, subtitles, things like that. You can choose your fonts. You can change your font size, bold, italic, all that fun stuff. You can insert links. Of course, you can do centering and right and left justifications and justify. You can line space it, add bullets and numbering, indents, and you can clear all your formatting. So it has a lot of cool features. So you get into this and you just start typing. This is a test of the program. You can add a list, the start, the middle, the end. And there's two ways, of course, to get rid of a list. You can click on the button again or just backspace. So let's say I wanted to, probably easier just to backspace. I wanted to share this with somebody, and that's going to be the important part. Because you want to either share a document so another person can edit it for you, or you can share a document so another person can read it and make comments on it. And that's the way I highly suggest you're going to work with this. So you go over here to where the blue lock is. Right now it's not being shared, it's only private to me. So I'm going to click on the share button. I'll give the document a name, test doc. I'm going to save it. And that way it goes and saves itself to the Google Drive automatically. And anything you type is automatically saved. I think it's like every 5 seconds or something like that. So it's really hard for a Google Docs to crash and lose everything. Alright, so I'm going to add in an email address of who I want. Say I wanted to send it to my cohort Carolyn Winfrey. And right now it's set at can edit. That means if I share it with her, she can change the document and send it back, and we can basically change it at the same time. For the most part, I don't like people editing what I type up, so I'm going to put can comment. That way they can make comments about my document. If you don't want them to do anything but read it, you can always just go down to can view. The standard setup is to you want to notify people via email, so you just click that, and it'll send them an email with a link to this document. Now you can send a copy to yourself, of course, and then you can also paste the item itself into the email, so they have a file rather than a link. But I would just hit send, and once I send it, she'll get an email, she can click on a link, and then she can open up this document, even if I have it open at the same time. When she does open it, I'm going to cancel this, you would get a little notification up here. It would be like a green color or a red color or something. And you can see that she's actually looking at the document, and you could actually see where her cursor would be. So if her cursor was up here, you'd see a red cursor at the top. If it was down here, you might see the red cursor down here. Alright, so that's just sharing and saving a Google Doc. Now, you don't have to hit save or anything like that. You just can close. So let me type something really quick, and then close it. And then if I go back to it, I'm just curious if it shows up. The thing I quick typed and closed the window on is saved. So it's kind of neat.